Sound of clashing, snarling, and elemental crackling. "You've got to be kidding me," I yelled, ducking under a whip of pure lightning that sizzled the air where my head had just been. "This thing has cheat codes." Across the scorched battlefield, my partner Sinju just laughed. He sidestepped a cyclone of wind so fast he was practically a blur, his white and emerald dragon scale cloak flaring out behind him. "Come on, Lin. Where's that pro gamer spirit? This is just a high-level boss fight." Easy for him to say. He wasn't the one almost getting turned into a crispy critter. The boss was Cerberus, the mythical three-headed dog from hell, and let me tell you, the myths didn't do it justice. One head spat lightning, another howled tornadoes, and the third just loved breathing good old-fashioned fire. My own shadow cloak felt flimsy against the onslaught. The goblin soared on my back, feeling heavier with every passing second. For what felt like an eternity, it was all we could do to survive. We were dodging, weaving, deflecting. It was a chaotic dance of survival. Sinju, with his dark skin and that incredible dragon cloak, was a whirlwind of motion. Me, with my spiky white hair probably looking a mess, was just trying to keep up. But here's the thing about Sinju and me. Before we got isekai'd into this crazy world, we were masters of the game. We didn't just play, we dominated. And every boss, no matter how chaotic, has a pattern. A jet of fire, a blast of wind, then a crackle of lightning. Left head, middle head, right head. Dodge, duck, parry. We moved in sync, our minds working as one, memorizing the rhythm of the beast's fury. It was a deadly ballet. But with every passing second, the steps became clearer. The chaos started to look like a predictable sequence. Finally, I saw the signal in Sinju's eyes. He'd seen it too. The pattern was locked in. A wide grin spread across his face. "All right, Lin, phase 2, time to try out some new moves." Before I could even ask what he meant, he pulled the dragon scale cloak up and over the entire top half of his body. It was like he'd vanished into a shimmering curtain of white and green. Then right on the chest of the cloak, a massive, brilliant emerald diamond began to form, glowing with an inner light. "Watch this," he shouted, his voice muffled by the fabric. He leaped, but he didn't soar, he didn't glide. He just jumped and fell, but the impact, oh, the impact. The sheer weight of his body, amplified by whatever that cloak was doing, crashed down on Cerberus's back with the force of a meteor. A sickening crunch echoed through the chamber as the massive beast buckled, all three heads whining in pain as it was slammed into the ground. Sinju landed gracefully, the cloak settling back on his shoulders. I call that dragon's fall. I let out a low whistle. Okay, that's impressive. "Oh yeah? Watch this." I slapped both of my palms flat against the cracked stone floor. Earth column. The ground trembled violently. From the very earth beneath us, two massive figures began to form, rock and dirt coalescing into hulking golems, each 10 feet tall. Spears of sharpened stone formed in their hands as they rose to their full height. Without a command, they charged, their heavy footfalls shaking the room. They rushed Cerberus, who was still trying to get its footing. "Stab! Stab!" Both spears plunged deep into the beast's flank. Cerberus roared in fury and pain, swatting them away with a colossal paw, crushing them into piles of rubble. But that was the plan. I just slapped my hands together again, a grin on my face. "Rebuild!" The rubble swirled and reformed, the golems rising once more, good as new. They charged, landed 2 more solid hits, and got swatted away again. It was the perfect distraction. While the beast was occupied, Sinju warped. 1 second he was beside me. The next he was a flash of emerald and white directly in front of Cerberus's central head, landing a devastating empowered strike right between its eyes. That was my cue. As Sinju leaped back, I slammed my hands together one last time, channeling every bit of power I had. Goblin Temple. The room plunged into darkness. A massive, ornate goblin shrine erupted from the ground behind me, its sinister architecture twisting towards the ceiling. Shadows bled from it, consuming all light in the chamber, turning everything pitch black. But it wasn't total darkness. Eerie, spectral light highlighted only 3 things: me, Sinju, and the thoroughly confused and wounded Cerberus. My domain was active, and in my domain, I make the rules. The shadows themselves writhed, indistinct shapes, goblins, beasts, weapons flickering at the edge of the darkness, all of them waiting for my command. I pointed my sword at the 3-headed monstrosity. "All right, boys, let's finish this."